We're here. Mike and Jenny are both 4-letter words.
Yes, we are.
But Jenny is a lot nicer than Mike. Oh, wait. I hear you on that.
All right.
Hi, everybody. We are outside boiling maple sap.
We're outside. And it's, well, my
It's like about 32-ish.
phone says 35, but it hasn't been updated.
I'm going to say, I thought mine said
Oh,
30.
it is 35.
Oh, it's warmed up a degree or two. Awesome.
That might not be what it feels like, though.
Oh,
That's just what
okay.
it is.
All right. So check this out. I hooked up this webcam here. The maple sap cam.
Oops, I closed off the tray.
Show you we got our truck back there in the background. We got our tractor. We got the sap going. You can see I got some wood on the sides of that evaporator, keeping the wind off it. That wind hits those pans, and holy cow, it's awful when the wind hits those pans.
It smells so good.
It does smell good, and it's not even boiled down all the way. I thought we had about 40 gallons, but I don't think that's a 30-gallon tub like we thought. I think it's a 20, 25-gallon tub.
It might be.
So we might be sitting more around 30 to 35 gallons of sap. Which still trying to get it boiled down tonight. People want to know how you are. I saw Tim Beverly was the first commenter, and he said he might not be here, but he had messaged me. Tim, I'm sorry I have not responded to you. I saw your message. But yeah, I failed at responding to you. Things have been busy and crazy, so let me get on that as soon as I can. Basically, Tim is emailing me some fermenting questions, and I think I'm going to put that into a video answering his questions.
Oh.
I think. Depending on how technical your questions are, Tim. Because you'll know I'll just say, ask Amy Fuel.
Yeah. That's right.
Bandana Grandma, how you doing? Oh, I forgot.
Oh, Lefty's Hobby Farm. Hi.
Oh, Lefty's, how you doing? Lefty's was at Homestead Dad's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got some biggies.
Yeah.
Biggie. Oh, yeah.
Are they here?
Not that I've seen.
Okay. So, that 1870s Homestead decided to up the straw hat game and sent some lit up little piggies. I don't know if you guys can tell.
Oh, they're here.
Little piggies on my straw hat. That is so awesome. I love it.
So they're little Peppa Pigs, and Grace is obsessed with Peppa Pig. So when we pulled them out, I'm eyeballing Mike. I'm like, there's no way I can take this out of the package. She is going to flip out thinking it's hers. So I took it out and I explained to her, oh, these go on Daddy's head. She goes, those should be mine. And walked away. And I was like, okay. Well, there's her dad's hat.
And I'm not good at sharing, so.
But it was so funny. She was so like distraught that Dad got Peppa Pig.
How you doing, Deep South? We were just admiring my Peppa Pig lights on my straw hat. Peppa Pig lights that 1870s Homestead sent me for the hat. And actually, what did the note say?
Oh, yeah. Something about, like, Mike, here's some pigs for your hat, and Jenny Peaches made me do it.
Hey, what I'm going to try and do later on also, if you notice our maple syrup boiling back there, we've got, like I was saying, we've got, well, I guess anywhere from 30 to 45 gallons. This tub is the wrong size. I don't think the tub we were storing it in is the size I thought it was. But anyways, we'll call it 35, 40 gallons. I've already got about 12 gallons boiling. I'm really trying to keep track this year of how much. I got some more trees to tap tomorrow because it's kind of, I mean, we're not in some big super sap flow or anything, but I just saw myself. It's kind of hard to take myself serious with these lighted up.
Yeah. I mean, last week was hard as it was, but now I got a bunch of pigs looking at me.
What's up? We probably got about what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe about 8 more taps to put in if I do those other trees that we have never done.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Bandana Grandma says, doesn't it take about 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup?
With the sugar maples, yes.
Yes.
We don't have sugar maples.
No.
We're not even 100% sure what we have, although Jenny went through some identifying group on Facebook, and pretty sure at least some of ours are silvers, right? Yeah. And the Facebook group that I belong to, I meant to get that name right. I was even going to let them know I was going to mention them, but it's a Michigan maple syrup group, 1870s Homestead. What's the name of it? I saw that they were in it, so I joined it.
I have to say hi to this person.
Okay.
Hi, Grizz. Glad you're back. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I saw Grizz.
OAG's here too.
Oh, hi, Charles.
But anyways, we're pretty sure at least a couple are silver maples.
Yeah.
And from that group that I'm part of, they have a couple people said that the silver maples were really running. Would this help you if I turn this brightness up?
Yeah, that helps a little bit.
It actually lights us up a little bit too.
Like
wow.
Really bright.
Hey there, brightfulness, beautifulness. And our silver, one of the ones we think is silver, is flowing pretty good right now. In fact, it's done most of that.
I'm pretty sure one of the front trees is a red maple, and then the other 5 are silvers.
Oh, the other 5 are silvers.
I'm pretty sure that's...
The front one, you mean the big fat one that we got?
No, I think it's... So tree number 1 is the one that flows a lot. I think tree number 2.
Wait a minute.
Right behind
Your
it.
tree number 1?
Your tree number 1.
One on this side?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your tree number... We bet about this. We have to point with arms. Tree number 1, like my tree number 1. And yes, I'm wearing mittens. My hands got cold.
It's cold out here, folks. About 35, 34 degrees.
It is. But yeah, I think number 2 on your side is a red.
Oh, okay. But the big fat one's a silver, you think?
I'm pretty sure.
That's a big one. I got 4 taps in that. That is a big fat maple. I don't mean to give the maple tree a complex or nothing. What have I missed in the... Oh, but... So I'm thinking, each year that we've boiled it down, I'm thinking whatever sap we're collecting is coming out more into the 45 to 50 to 1 range.
Yes. Yeah, it does take more from the silver to get like a gallon versus a sugar.
But I haven't kept super good track either, and that's what I'm doing this year. Like I know I have got 12 gallons boiled so far today.
Right.
And I'm measuring it out, 2-gallon bucket, put it in, and so I mean I'm not like too exact and no, but I'm keeping track a little until I stop keeping track and forget where I am.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, what number is on this? I don't know.
I called a local farmer down the road. They've been clearing out field and they've been doing it for a couple years, and they got these big piles of kind of trash wood that they just deem not to sell, but there's some good logs in there.
Yeah.
And I said, hey, I need some firewood. And he said, go have at it. So I spent some time yesterday, a little bit of time today down there getting some wood out of those piles. That's dangerous work working in a big old, those piles are 10 foot tall.
Yeah, they're not man stacked. They're machine stacked. Yeah. He's using front loaders and excavators.
Dozers and stuff just making these piles.
Yeah, so there's no neatness to these piles at all.
I fell through a hole in the pile yesterday, and I've got a really good gouge on my leg. Yeah. It's a scrape. It's a really good scrape, but I felt that one.
Yeah.
A big thing, a lot of people might not know this, but birch trees are becoming popular for collecting maple syrup. Well, it wouldn't be maple syrup, would it?
Nope.
For collecting sap to make syrup with. And I've read this a couple places, but also my dad's real familiar with it because it's becoming very popular in Alaska, where there are no maple trees. So they're tapping birch trees. But those are 100 gallons or more of sap to 1 gallon of syrup. That's crazy.
That would just take forever.
Hey, oh, man, I did fail, babe.
What'd you do?
You asked me if I had everything set up, and I kind of don't. Oh. Let me go here real quick. I want to talk about our giveaway, and I'm going to try and make it up. All I have is the pictures for our giveaway night. I don't have the other links like I usually do.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
But
they're so stinky cute.
Okay, so why don't you talk about it, because I think you understand more what's going on.
I don't really know what's going on.
But they're recycled what?
They're mittens. These are not. They're
not these ones.
Not these. No. But Bandana Grandma, she makes mittens by recycling sweaters and they are just
wool sweaters. Is that right?
Wool sweaters. They are just the cutest. But so she uses like different kinds, and sometimes she will wash them, to make them all like soft and fuzzy and cozy, and those are just so cute. I like those ones.
These ones?
Yeah, I like those ones.
Well, all these that you're seeing right here, you have a chance of winning tonight with our trivia questions and stuff.
That's so cute.
Yeah, these are awesome. She does such a great job on that. They are really cool.
Yeah, those are really. I could never do that.
When she first showed us that, we were like really excited, like, oh my gosh, those are so cool. But here, I'll go through them again. And she's donating a pair of this for our giveaway. And you will pretty much, if she hasn't already sold it, you can have your pick of these right here. Hey, Nunda, if you could do me a favor, because I have failed at getting something put up here. It was so last minute today getting ready for this. I failed to put up like her Etsy store and all that. Could you please look in the description and get all of Bandana Grandma's links and just start spamming the chat like crazy with them? Seriously, spam the chat with them.
Coco says, Jenny, there are 2 T's in mitten.
What's that mean?
Apparently, the way I say it, there's 1 T.
Oh,
instead of a mitten, it's a mitten.
You know what I started noticing?
They're cute little mittens.
What's the song you and I sing when we drive down the road together whenever it's on the radio?
Oh, I don't know. I sing every song.
And the guy pronounces the word, instead of, like didn't or whatever. Like a lot of times when you say didn't, you don't really say the second D, didn't,
Right.
But he pronounces it in that song, didn't.
I don't.
The You Broke Up With Me song.
Oh, yeah.
And he says didn't, and he pronounces didn't. I mean, like, and it just, as soon as he said, I heard the song the first time, I was like, man, it just, that kind of grabbed me.
I never paid attention to that. I'm too
Which
busy
is weird because this is
seat.
the grammar police right here.
Yeah. Yeah, I live in the mitten and I don't even say it right.
That's too funny. Did you guys see my pigs?
Oh, jeez. A couple of people have said that they like both of our hats.
Oh, you made yours, right?
I did, yeah.
One bad thing is the battery pack for this is not anchored down in this hat.
No, I just have it sitting
yes.
on. Oh, I didn't think you were going to keep it on. Otherwise, I would have secured it.
No, it's fine. I'm not complaining.
It's just squishy.
Let's go over here and check the status of this. And I'm also, when we get farther in the chat, I'm going to get all of Bandana Grandma's. I'm going to try and get her links up.
Tim says it was 75 degrees in Virginia.
Wowzers!
That must be what you were talking about with your dad when you said, well, Jenny's going to want to come visit you. And I yelled from the other room, I'm on the next flight. And I had no idea what they were talking about.
Oh, yeah, my dad was saying that. I need to change. Bear with me here. We are seriously.
Oh, I hear your battery pack moving.
You keep thinking it's an animal.
What is that?
Remember you pulled up and you're talking about CJ was watching the boy goats eat hay.
Yeah.
And I was talking about there was coyotes over there making a huge ruckus.
Yeah.
Well, I shut him down earlier, and I fed him, and all that, and I was getting ready to open his stall, and the wind started blowing also, but he whipped around, turned his back to his feed.
Well, that never happened.
Didn't even go in his stall and just stared out into the darkness out across the field, just staring. And I could not get his attention. He
heard something. He was like, I'm on alert. And when they do that, man, that freaks me out so bad. I'm like, I can't see over there. What is it?
Kelly Hell had the mower out today. We had, hey, Laura, thanks for showing up. And I mean that. I don't mean that. Does that sound rude?
No, I don't think so.
Because she said, hi, sorry, I'm late. I just meant, we're really glad you're here. Sometimes I get talking a little fast, and even to Jenny and the kids, I'm not being rude. I'm just like thinking 12,000 things and just.
And I'll look at him and be like, are you okay? It's like, yeah. Okay. It didn't really sound like it.
Oh. Sign in with a different account. Hey, what account? On your phone, are you signing in with Skype right now?
Yeah.
On you or PFH?
Me.
Oh, that might make it easier.
Why?
Because I was going to Skype and mute it and just go over there and show that.
On there?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do all that.
Well, I know, but if you just got your phone out. Hey, why don't you talk for a minute, okay?
I don't even know what to talk about.
Talk about how you're doing with your recovery.
Oh, yeah, there's that.
Oh, did you hear anything back about the other package that we got?
No, I didn't ask. Right. I didn't have time.
Right.
Locking up kids. Locking up kids?
I
did not lock up kids. The same goodnight to kids.
Here, have another pain pill.
Sorry. Did not lock up the kids.
That is hilarious.
I'm used to saying locking up animals, which even so, like, it's been a month and then I haven't locked up animals.
I got all the animals done except for the barn, so I can't forget that.
I did go down to the barn for the first time today since surgery, and I got to see the baby goat being all crazy. She tried to eat my pants. She tried to eat my hair a lot. That actually kind of hurt. Like, as soon as I bent down, she jumped up onto my legs. Like she propped her front feet up onto my legs and instantly grabbed this part and was like, yeah, he kept on trying to pull my hair out of her mouth.
Okay.
I don't know.
I gotta mute this.
What are you doing?
I'm just getting it set up so if we want it. Oh, and mute that. All right, everything's muted.
Okay.
Great. All right. Now, whenever we're ready, I'll just go out and show.
Well, I think it'll be fine if you want to go ahead and go. Although they can't see.
No, I know. I haven't set that up
Oh,
yet.
I'm like, I don't know how to do this.
All right, there. Okay. Now, whenever I'm ready, I'll just go. My battery's at 31%. So why don't I go show them real quick?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just
So
trying to
just
get the chat back up.
Hit, see where it says Skype? Try hitting that, see what it says. Oh, goodness. You can, yeah, that'll work.
You're
We'll put it back up in that corner.
showing my hands. My very cold hands. Oops, that's not what you wanted.
Keep one, just keep one. Pull it, take that middle one and just pull it out. There you go. All right, let's go see what's going on over here. Oh,
Okay.
I've got to take this hat off or else this is going to fall
Right
into
in the
the syrup.
Oh, I thought you were going to say fall into the
Stay
fire.
right there on top of that feedback, buddy. All right, good job. All right, I've got all the sound muted though, so can they hear you?
I'm sure that they can because the mic is still going.
Okay. So I'm just gonna take them over and show them, but I don't have any sound over here.
Talk to me about the hat. So we got Mike the straw hat for Christmas because he'd been talking about that. He wanted one. And then that 1870s Homestead sent us light up piggies for his hat because last week we were talking about how it would be cool if he had like pigs hanging from the hat or something. So they sent light up piggies. So that's what he's rocking now.
Okay, Jenny?
Yeah.
Maybe let them know that the front one I use kind of as a burner, or as a warmer, and the back one's where it just keeps boiling down.
Okay, so what he's doing is the front one that he's scooping out of, he uses as a warmer because the fire doesn't stay like as built up in the front, and he pushes the fire mostly to the back. So he pours it from the warmer to the back one to continue boiling down, and then reloads the front one from the ice cold SAP to warm up before putting it in the back one. And I hope that all made sense.
I think you said it good, babe. 2-gallon bucket.
2-gallon bucket.
It's about to get funky looking.
It's been funky looking.
All right, why don't you turn Skype off and get back on you then?
Okay. Oh.
Oh, you hung up Skype.
Oh, I did.
You hung up Skype.
I hung
I
up.
see how it is.
I'm just gonna hang up on you. Sorry. I can't use the mouse with my mittens, but my hands are freezing.
So that's 16 gallons worth that have gone in now.
Everybody's saying that they can hear you, and Tim added in, "You're not as quiet as you think."
That I know. I know I'm not quiet.
That's funny.
Oh, where did I put my gloves? Oh well.
I have no idea. I really have no idea. Yeah. Mike, quiet, say it ain't so.
Never. You can ask the kids. I'm not quiet.
No. I'll be trying to work with one kid on homeschool, and he's just talking with one of the other kids, and I'll look at him like, go somewhere else. It's like, I can't even focus on what I'm trying to say because you're loud. Yeah.
Somebody that yells YouTube can't be a quiet person.
No, you're not.
So 180 on the farm hall.
We don't have pharma.
Behind us is a Massey Ferguson 180, and I have a Ford 8N in front of us.
Yep. He will stay up with it for a very long time. Our first year, I don't know how many times I'd look out the kitchen window and he's just standing there staring at it, drinking coffee. And the only time I would see him is when the coffee needed to be refilled. And I'm like, what are you really doing out there? And he's like, well, it's a science to watch it boil down. I'm like, mm-hmm.
And plus, there's a fire that needs to be maintained.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to keep an eye on the fire.
Stand there and stare at it all day.
You got to poke the fire and put wood in it.
Yeah. I helped once that first year. I don't remember what you had to do. You had to do something. And so I was in charge of watching it. And there was a couple times I was like, oh, shoot, I got to go over the fire. I got stuff. I was trying to do so much other stuff. So there it is. You do kind of have to keep an eye on it. But I don't think it's quite that much of science.
Do you recall what size pans those are?
Nope.
Hey, Amy, how long does it take to boil down? So I've read two things. One, well, both things. It's all about surface area. I mean, you can have something this deep boiling. It doesn't matter. What matters is the surface area. The more surface area boiling, the more is evaporating. Make sense?
Yes.
You liar. So what I've read two things. I've read 10-inch square. So what is that? 10-inch squared boils off a gallon an hour if it's boiling. I've also heard that it's 1 foot squared boils off a gallon an hour. Those are, what are those? 12 by 10 by 24? 12 by 24? 12 by
10 by 12 by 24?
12
yeah,
by 24?
I think maybe 12
by 24?
Yeah.
So if I can keep the boil up, and it's kind of hard to keep the boil up. I mean, you gotta sit there and watch the fire and
Yeah.
poke it. As Brad from Big Family Homestead would say, have a little apple juice and just poke it.
Yeah, right.
Poke it, and you gotta rearrange the logs and get some hot coals. And
That's why when we were talking about when we were going to do my surgery, I was like, let's just do it now. Really, the only thing we have coming up is maple syrup. And he's like, okay. And I'm thinking to myself, and you're just going to stand there and stare at it anyway, so it's all good.
In all honesty, what I did, last year was a short year, though, because I let all of our sap go bad. And I'm on it this year.
Yeah, I'm not going another year without syrup. That's just not happening.
And we don't get enough to sell. We don't get enough off our property here. I'm really hoping, because we tapped before it started flowing this year, which is a first. And so I'm really hoping we end up with 2 gallons of syrup, which a family of 6 sits down for pancakes. There goes how much? A quart?
A lot. A lot.
So we like having fun. We like doing the syrup. And we've also, because I ruined all the syrup last year, we have found lots of alternative ways to eat pancakes that the kids love. Butter and cinnamon.
The syrup, the strawberry syrup from our strawberry patch. So.
Well, it's actually a strawberry jam that just didn't quite make it to jam, right?
No, this year I kept some of it as syrup.
Okay, all right.
Last year it was not. It was supposed to be jam, and it wasn't. So that's what we used it as, and they love it. So some of it I intentionally left that way. My thumbs are really cold.
Your thumbs are cold. Keep talking.
So yeah, we've just found other ways to
you keep talking.
other toppings. I have no idea what you're doing, but we do well. And I also have a fruit dip recipe, and it calls for maple syrup, and I haven't been able to make it because we don't have any maple syrup. So it would be nice to be able to make that, especially now that Andrew can have dairy. Rocky Brook wants to know, what all trees can you tap? I know, obviously, maple.
There's a lot.
There's walnut. There's birch. There's, what was that weird
Black
one?
walnut.
Yeah.
That
weird one.
Me and Todd at work, he and I were talking that night because he was pretty fascinated with the whole maple syrup thing. And I told him, I said, just Google other trees to tap than maple, and there's a list. I mean, the list is long.
Is it sycamore?
Sycamore. That's the one I wanted to say. Do you remember what's cool about sycamore?
It gives it kind of like a butterscotch flavor. I want some sycamore.
Yeah, I want to try some butterscotch, some sycamore.
Yeah. What's the smallest diameter you can tap?
I forget.
Gris bad words. Gris says you can tap alder.
Oh, alder,
I'm shaking my hands and my fans aren't even going in my hands.
The smallest diameter, I honestly forget, and the reason I forget is because we don't have any that small.
No.
If we did have some that small, then I know I'd remember, but all of ours are big enough for a minimum of 2 taps.
Yeah. And then some of them we can even get for. Brad says they have tons of sycamore.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah, and hickory. Yeah, you can have hickory.
Hickory's another one, yep. That's awesome.
Everybody's helping us answer questions.
That's how it should be, because we sure don't know.
Nope.
Let's see. Is that going to start? Oh, please start. Don't make me do it the hard way.
I don't know. Oh, you're trying to send pictures.
I'm trying to send pictures over. All right, I'll do it the hard way. So
not below 8 inches.
That sounds about right. Yep.
I have tons of sassafras here. Roots great, but wonder if they are tappable.
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good
I
question.
was wondering about sassafras too when I was trying to think of the word sycamore. All I could think of was sassafras because that's what I call Grace.
That is what we call Grace.
So, but yeah, I don't know. My friend wrote the flip-flop barnyard says my friend wrote a post on 27 trees that can be tapped. Wow.
Yeah.
That is a pretty. Man, wish we could tap these.
In fact, 27 sounds familiar, so I'm pretty sure I might have read your friend's post before.
Yeah, I think that is very possible. Luminoa says, I only have one maple that I planted, and it's probably 5 inches. Which, by the way, I meant to say this at the beginning. If I'm blinking weird or my eyes are weird, the wind is coming across just right that it's drying out my contacts.
Well, you need a straw hat to block it.
I don't need your hat, thank you.
Could you wear
but
it?
Yeah, so I keep having to blink weird just because my contacts are drying out, and then that's why everything gets blurry. It takes me a minute to read something.
1870 says at least 8 inches. Is that what somebody else said?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And I know 1870's on. They've been researching this year.
Yeah.
1870's how are you? And also, if you are doing maple syrup this year, how much sap do you have or syrup do you have so far, or maple or sycamore?
I know
whatever.
that they've tapped. They've tapped before us.
Yep, and I know they've been getting some.
Yeah.
I'm just curious how much. So how much is everybody getting if you're doing it? How much are you getting? Grizz, I still have it, Grizz. If I remember, Grizz, just for you, I might wear it next week.
Do you even know where it is?
I think it's in the office.
Nope.
I saw it somewhere. It's so weird you said that, Grizz, because I just saw it in the last week.
Now.
In the last week or so, I just saw it. That's awesome. That's awesome. He misses my old hat.
I don't. It smells so bad.
Excuse me?
It smells so bad.
Okay.
Probably worse since it's just been sitting in a corner fermenting.
Here's almonds here.
I have not seen them on yet.
Patty and I have been having so much fun talking sourdough stuff.
Lots of sourdough.
Lots of sourdough stuff. And I'm sorry, I'm being rude again. I'm trying to get some pictures downloaded here to show you guys some stuff that's been going on. This is stuff that we usually have set up beforehand, but today has been nonstop.
It's been a circus today, yeah.
It's been a heavy weightlifting day.
For you.
For me. Yes, for me, not for Jenny.
It's been me watching him do all the heavy weightlifting.
We went and picked up I went and picked up 6 round bales today. That's the first round bales that we've ever really had to transport or anything.
Yes.
And where am I at, babe? Here. This is where I want to go. And we don't have the proper equipment to actually unload them. So where did I put them? These are yours, right?
Those are mine. Just shows over those. I don't know where yours went. Yeah, so while he was doing that, I finally got to drive. I drove. Yay.
Oh, yeah, you did drive.
Faith had Girl Scouts, so when I picked her up, her Girl Scout leader asked how I was doing. I was like, oh, I'm good. I was like, it feels good to do something normal, like driving. Driving is normal. It's what people do. So it was kind of funny, but yeah, so I did that, and then...
Oh, I didn't even mean to grab those, but it looks like I did.
Oh, but then you had to go get logs.
I had to go back to the wood piles, which is great because they're right down the road, so that's awesome. I mean, they're on our road, and our road's only a mile and a half long.
Yeah. Yeah, so you were able to go get those, but again, I can't help with any of the lifting or hauling or anything, so I just stayed home and made dinner.
Which was good. I mean, I've still been at least trying to do a lot of that.
Yeah.
But Jenny's doing more and more and more, so that's...
Getting back into a little bit of more normal stuff.
Yep.
Still not doing any lifting or carrying. Well, I want to say any lifting or carrying. My new baby nephew was here on Monday. I did pick him up. He was under the weight limit. I asked
Was
Hillary,
he?
I asked Hillary, I said, how much does he weigh? And she says about 13 pounds. I'm like, score! I can only pick up 15. So I picked him up.
Well, on that note, let's go take a look at him while my other pictures are downloading. Let's see, where are we here?
Yep.
Oh, do you want to start with that one?
Oh, that's the hat I'm wearing.
Is there a story with the hat?
No, I was just,
Just pretty lady wearing a hat?
yeah, I was going to put it on Instagram, and then I realized that I took the picture the wrong way. So, it's just a hat that I made. I've only put these type of flowers on 2 other hats, but they were for Gracie. I wasn't quite sure how I would like it on a larger hat. But after many, many, many pictures to my best friend asking her which arrangement of little flowers, we finally settled on this one, and I like it.
Rocky Brook, real quick. When do you tap trees? So the conventional thinking, I guess, is when you're freezing at night and warming up into the 30s to 40s, up to 50 degrees during the day. Freezing at night and warming up during the day, that's when the sap flows. So you want to tap before that happens. We've always tried, like, I don't know. Sometimes I get too boxed in, too tunnel vision with my thinking, and I think, okay, well, it's not warming up yet, so I'm not going to tap yet. But in that group I was talking about, the guy said, well, I tapped in mid-January on a warm day, and I've just been waiting. And I was like, genius! Obviously, you don't want to tap too early, though, because I think it would heal over a little.
That's what I was thinking,
Yeah.
and that's why I hadn't really suggested it, but it seems like we're always, like, late.
Yes.
Or scrambling. So it's kind of like, well, why don't we do it early? But you can't do it too early.
Right.
So, yeah, it's...
YB Family says, 1870, please record the boil. What is 1870?
We'll go back up. You had asked how much they had gotten.
Oh, yeah. I had. And then we totally were not even looking at the chat at all.
He missed what y'all said.
I did. And I'm scrolling, trying to find it. I see this chat's been going pretty fast.
Yeah.
Okay, but... Oh,
yeah, we read that.
So, wait, I need to go down?
Yeah.
Mike, I missed your old head. Oh, yeah,
we
see
saw that.
Thanks, 1870s.
Yep.
I only have 12 gallons now. Really, only 2 trees flowing. Yeah, I've got...
Tom Jones says he's boiling right now while 40 gallons of sap poured in the boiler.
Nice! I've been meaning to get a hold of Simone and her husband, who we got our goats from.
Yeah.
Because they do a big family maple syrup operation.
They do.
In northern Michigan. So
yeah.
I've been meaning to ask. In fact, he's the one, when I went to dump out our sap last year to boil it down, and it was all cloudy, and it kind of smelled, I was like, oh my gosh. And I ended up on the phone talking with him, and he was like, well, try boiling it down a little.
And if you get metallic taste?
Oh, no, that's what I was getting.
Oh, okay.
But he said if it starts to sweeten up and starts to taste like syrup, you're probably all right. It didn't.
It didn't.
It tasted
was
awful.
bad. It was bad.
But anyways.
We were hoping, but nope. It didn't all go
Patty
bad.
Allerman's here. Patty, I just mentioned to you that we were having so much fun with the sourdough and all that. But now we're going to go back real quick here to what Jenny was talking about. So you see this says image viewer right here?
Yeah.
Click on that, and that shows it. Okay.
Oh, he's so cute.
And that's
he's
what,
so cute.
That's what everybody's seeing. And just click through these pictures. I gotta check on the fire.
Okay.
Oh, I hurt. Because I gotta poke the fire.
Yeah, go poke the fire. Baby Riker's about 2.5 months old now. I got lots of little baby snuggles. And then he fell asleep on me. Look at those lips. Look at those lips. He's so stinking cute. I love that picture. His fuzzy hair. He's smiling. He's so stinking cute.
I had him giggling pretty good, too.
You got some big smiles out of him.
I just got stuck in there. Ow. Holy cow.
He's so cute.
He is stinking cute.
He's got one of the best personalities, too. Yes, he's got chubby hands. He's got some serious rolls. He is a roly-poly baby. I'll go back.
He reminds us a lot of TJ.
Look at
Oh,
its
look at
arms.
that.
It's roly poly.
Got not chug that muscle.
Yeah, showing his guns.
Look at them big guns.
He's just the sweetest. I love him.
That really made Jenny's day. Made her week or her month for her to come down and share some baby loves with you.
Yes.
That's awesome.
He told me the biggest story. Hillary put him on his belly on the floor, and she's like, "Okay, little bit of tummy time," and he was being lazy. He didn't want to do it. So he just turned his head to the side, and I lay down on the floor in front of him, and he told me the biggest story. It was so stinking cute. He's such a talker.
That's funny.
This was little baby cute coos and gurgles and everything else. But yeah, he's a cutie pie. It was fun spending some time with them, and Hillary brought lunch, so I didn't have to worry about making anything for lunch. That was like one of your full shift days back to work.
Oh, yeah.
So it was nice to just not have to worry about that stuff.
I goofed this up. Oh, well, no, we can just leave it. Yeah, going back to work's been kind of rough on Jenny. She really didn't like me going back to work, but this week, this week I was back full complete
schedule.
week.
Yeah.
The week before I had some short days and I had some training, and it was still kind of a weird schedule.
The week before that, you did I think it was 2 half days.
2 half days, yeah. So.
And I wasn't ready for that. I was a mess. I was like, I want you to go back to work.
Do you think it's okay to show these?
I don't know. To be honest.
They're on public Facebook.
Yeah, but we don't have permission though.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
Okay, we won't.
I won't. Yeah, I'd say no.
But basically what I was going to show you was a picture of TJ's basketball team. For the first time this year, they swept the tournament. They came in first place. They won all 3 of their games in the tournament. And, yeah, I don't think I'm concerned about that anymore, especially.
Yeah.
But they swept the tournament, and that was awesome.
They did, and they all got medals, and they were very excited.
They didn't only sweep it, but they kicked butt.
They did. They played very well. Well, the first game.
I have the chat hidden again. We missed stuff.
Oh yeah, the first game, they won by 1 point. It was 27-26.
Yes.
And that was.
Oh, good night, Amanda. I didn't even know you were here. Sorry, I haven't even been watching the chat. I'm so sorry.
That was a really late game Saturday night. They didn't play until 8:30 Saturday night.
Hold on. Sorry. Amanda, if you're still here, tomorrow is Amanda's Frugal Family Food Date Night video.
Yes.
So go check out the Fundamental Home tomorrow. I got to remember to share it. I shared Tangie's late on our Facebook page. I just shared it a couple days ago. We have been, so check out Frugal Family Foods Facebook group. Check out the Fundamental Homes YouTube page, and check out their, by the time you get up in the morning, Amanda over at the Fundamental Home should have that video up.
Yep.
So, and that's date night at home, right? It's the same thing we did.
Yeah.
Although hers is different.
Right.
But it's the same.
Right.
Right. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just talking about TJ's basketball team. So yeah, they played really good. And their second 2 games were on Sunday, and they came in and they played very well as a team, and they were able to win all 3 games. And it was the first time that they've come in first, so they were all very, very excited.
1870 says Walmart? Is that talked about date night?
Yes.
What? And then, this was kind of a scary moment. Not because Grace was sick. She had a stomach bug this week. Was that 2-3 days ago?
That was Tuesday.
But imagine if Jenny got the stomach bug. Oh my gosh. She didn't. In fact, Grace was the only one that ended up with it, and that little girl was wiped out.
Yeah, it really wore on her little body.
It really took a toll on her.
But when she bounced back, Faith's Girl Scout leader asked today how she was doing. I was like, yes, she's pretty much back to her wild child status. Yeah.
She's kind of in some ways like almost trying to make up for it. Like at dinner, she was trying to be extra silly, a little more extra attention or whatever.
She got some good sleep last night.
She did.
So yeah, it was pretty short-lived, which is good. I stayed away as much as I could. Lots of hand washing and just You know,
Yes.
okay, you need that. All right, let me go
Which-
find Dad.
Which usually you're not that great with hand washing, and
No, but
this
I
time you
really
were,
did
yeah.
not want to get it.
Yeah.
So.
I want to say again, Bandana Grandma is who our giveaway is tonight. Well, we're not giving her away.
No,
Well, I don't know.
we're not
Maybe.
going to get Bandana Grandma away.
Let's give her away, shall we? I mean, I didn't recognize her. Do you guys remember that? Homesteaders of America? I did not even recognize her. We've told the story 100 times. I feel bad. Where's... Where, oh no.
I don't know what you're doing.
Where are we going? Are we on? Okay.
Giveaway.
There we go. Giveaway. Thanks. I don't know what I'd do without you. But she makes these gloves.
Mittens.
Mittens.
Mittens. Mittens.
Oh wait, maybe I should show them.
Yeah, that'd be good.
There you go.
Mittens.
Now, Bandana Grandma's on YouTube.
Cute.
I have the link to her YouTube in the description here, but I'm sorry I don't have a visual to put up on the screen for you tonight. She also has an Instagram now, so please go check out her Instagram. And
Those ones are really cute too.
say again what these gloves are.
They're mittens.
Mittens. Two T's. Two T's.
These mittens are from. She recycles sweaters and uses a material to make her mittens, and
they're really cool.
So cute. I love mittens.
They are.
I have these ones. I got these ones because I was sad because my other ones ripped. I got caught on the gate, and then I have some I keep in the van. And I burnt a pair 2 years ago while we were getting wood for maple syrup. I got a little too close to the fire, and they were wool, and I burned them. Thankfully, I didn't get burned. But I, nearly cried because those are my favorite mittens. I love mittens. They are the only things that keep my hands remotely close to being warm.
Do you remember? So where did you burn your mittens? Where were you?
We were...
Okay, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
So was that was last year?
No, it was 2 years ago.
That was 2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago.
Our property right here, right on the road, our 10 acres runs along the road. It's very long and not super deep.
Yep.
And
maybe that was last year.
Maybe it was. But the kids got a kick out of it because there I was cutting, already fallen wood on our little wooded lot. And we decided to have a picnic out there.
Yep.
And so we just cut up a little bit of wood, made a little fire, and Jenny lost her gloves, but a little fire.
I put them too close. I wanted them because it was like a warmish day, and so the snow was really wet, and they were wool, and so they got wet. So I put them kind of close to the fire, and so I put it just a little bit too close, and then when I looked down, the whole tip was singed and melted, and I was like, oh, my mittens. So they weren't on my hands, but
that whole thing, sitting out there having this little fire, was a kind of a warm day.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
It wasn't super cold, but the kids had a blast with that. Bandana Grandma says those are fully lined with fleece too.
Oh, that's what I love. Mine were, the ones I burnt were fur lined, and I've just not been able to find another pair quite like them. But yeah, those are awesome.
Okay. So now, let's see. Here's, I'll just show you this. This is not a really big deal, but this was hauling hay today. 6 round bales on the trailer. Discovered this trailer's I've never had this much weight on this trailer, but come to find out, that much weight will show you where the leaks are in the tires.
Yeah.
Because it started leaking and they had an air compressor and filled it up. And then this is a picture of not having the correct equipment. How's this showing up? To haul round bales. But this carryall, this has got to be my most favorite 3-point attachment on the tractors is this carryall. Because this is well, he said it was probably 800 pounds or more round bale. And I just ratchet strapped it to this carryall and boom!
Scooped it up and that was that.
Went and dropped it off with the boy goats. That worked out awesome. Yeah, and there's just another picture of that. But so that's how we're moving round bales right now. I was gonna put that picture on Instagram, but I guess I will later. So you guys got it first here on the live show. Oh, Coco, I'm going to remember that. I think I'm going to get some of those mittens from Bandana Grandma as well, because I have a problem, especially with my hands, born and raised in Alaska, and as a kid, I didn't take care of them, and I think they just get cold super easy now, and they turn like white.
Yeah, it's crazy. He'll have like one finger that's like white. I'm like, ooh, is it gonna fall off? I'm like, what's wrong with it?
So plowing snow becomes pretty challenging and stuff.
I'm not gonna raise rabbits and make mittens. No. Mm-mm.
No, but I've been talking about hunting rabbits and having Jenny make them into mittens.
I don't know if I can do that. How much are brown bales?
Well, the farmer that farms this area around us, he was selling his about the same size for $30. But he got too many cows, and now he's feeding his cows off his hay, and he's not selling any extra. These ones were 50, which for us and doing the math compared to the square bales, it's still a great deal. So we might actually even switch CJ over to round bales instead of, well, not, I mean, it's not like switching him, but we might start buying round bales instead of square bales to feed CJ. We have to think about it.
It's the same grass.
Yeah,
it's
same
the
person,
exact same stuff.
Yeah.
It's just round bale. And price-wise, we would have to pay twice as much for the amount of square bales as what we would for one round bale. So, kind of makes sense. Knowing him, though, he's going to like, if you give him the whole hay bale, the round bale, he's going to drag some off from it and then lay in it. That's what he used to do in Missouri. He used to lay in the hay pile, so the other horses would go to a different hay pile. He would use it as his bed. And then when he was ready, he would get up and he would eat some. And
Flip-flops gets certified organic round bales for $35. That's awesome.
That's really good.
But you guys also probably can produce hay all year long down there.
Yeah, we can do that.
We can't do that. Oh my gosh.
Hay season is
I'm really
like
sorry, guys. I gotta get up for a second. Oh.
Tim says I pay $25 for a 5x5 round bale.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
I don't know what these are.
These are probably 5x5.
Probably.
Because they were hanging over the trailer.
Flip-Flop says they drive 2 hours to get them.
Oh, sure. Yeah, actually, I was going to say, that's a really good price for certified organic anything. That's a good price. So that's worth a 2-hour drive.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sorry, baby,
you know, you're fine. He's sitting on a 5-gallon bucket, so I got the chair. See? Chair. Uh-oh, what?
It's not boiling.
There's some more logs on the fire. Oh, now he's singing. Y'all are in trouble. Anyways, I've seen a few people ask, how am I doing? I'm doing well. Yesterday was my first day of, like, really feeling normal. I felt pretty good the last few days, and I went to TJ's basketball games on Sunday. Sitting there was a little bit much, but I was fine, and I really wanted to watch him play. It's hard to just sit in one spot, and climbing up and down the bleachers, even though it was only like 3 or 4, it was still a bit of a struggle. But yesterday was my first really good day. Today was another really good day. Oh, look at that.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
It's nowhere close, but you can see how dark that is.
Yeah.
I'm going to go grab some sap. Do you want to dip your finger in there?
No, thank you. Cold hands.
Smelling syrupy.
It does smell good. I can smell it just over here. Although, granted, you just had some by my face.
And that's clear as water coming out of the bucket. And tastes like water. There's Mike, always tasting stuff.
Why do you gotta do that? You're so weird. But yeah, recovery is going well. All is well. So I have to remember to not be on my feet so much yesterday. I was on my feet a lot.
Right? 18.
And I gotta remember not to do that. But otherwise, it's going really good. All right, Amy, have a good night.
Who?
Amy.
Tell her hold on.
Oh, Amy, he says hold on.
Well, okay.
Yes, no? I already told her. You can't change your mind now.
Well, I was going to say, let's do Bandana.
Okay, because Flip-Flop's about to go, too, because she's got to tuck kids in.
Okay. Bandana Grandma's giveaway. I got a question.
Uh-oh, okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it, because I don't have anything.
You got to spell
Amy says holding.
You got to spell the whole thing out.
Uh-oh.
So let's get on the same sheet of music real quick.
2.
The second one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in order to win, Bandana Grandma's mittens. Did I say that with a D or a T? Mittens?
Maybe a D
mittens.
and a T.
Mittens.
It's a mittens.
The mittens. 3 words, right?
Yep.
What conference spelled out did I not recognize Bandana Grandma? And the winner is, hey, Papa Truck, how you doing? You're not the winner, but I'm just saying hi. You could be the winner, though. If you get it, you could. 82 in northern Pennsylvania. Holy cow.
I'm moving.
18. Did the 1870s Homestead just win?
She did.
Woo! Oh, all right.
Amy says, oh, no fair. I can't win this one. You could have.
You
could
could
have. There's nothing stopping you. The only person that could have would be Bandana Grandma.
1870s Homestead, that's awesome. All right, get a hold, well, however you want to work at Bandana Grandma, get a hold of us, or you want to work with 1870s, however you want to do it. That's awesome. Do you know it's almost 10 o'clock?
I'm cold.
I know. All right.
Mike has a heater under this table for me, and I have this, I call it a sheet blanket. It's a radiator heater. And then, oh, I didn't realize how cold I was until, like, I moved the warm blanket, and then, wow, it's this huge, thick.
After the show, we can stand by the fire for a couple minutes, because it's pretty warm over there.
I call it a sheet blanket. I picked up 2 of them when I was in Virginia picking up our van, and, brought them back from me, or brought them back with me. They were originally for me. The kids hijacked one, and they carried around the house. It's collected straw and pine shavings and stickers, and I don't know what all stuck to it, but it won't come off. This one I usually keep in our room, try to keep it safe.
Hey, Bandana Grandma. Actually, that 1870s Homestead lives hours away from us in Michigan.
Yeah.
So, all right. That's awesome. Okay, so she saw Bandana footage. That's awesome. Yes, Amy. Thank you, Laura.
You can go to bed now.
Amy, you're dismissed now. I was just thinking about that would be the question all day. That was going to be my question. And I figured it would be appropriate if Amy was there for the question.
Yeah.
Okay.
You could have answered.
And you could have. All right.
But apparently it's so warm down there in Virginia, y'all don't need mittens.
Apparently. What do you think, baby? Should we end a couple minutes early, or I was going to show this?
You've got pictures of baby goat. You need to show pictures of baby goat.
Well, more importantly, I got pictures of Mama here. Today was her first.
Yeah, we already talked about it a little bit.
Yeah, we did talk about it.
Yeah.
But today was her first day down in the barn.
Yep.
And since her surgery, and she got to play with baby goat. And I tell you what, all the goats just gravitated right to Jenny. Yeah. Yeah, so.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it. I was just walking through the door. She's like, pants.
Let me eat those pants.
Walking in, and I'm like, oh, hi, Danny, pet a goat. Hi, Vega, pet a goat. Hi, Jingle, pet a goat. And I'm like, wait a minute, there's all these goats.
Hi, Food Forest. Hey, and this baby goat is still for sale.
She is tiny. She's getting bigger, but she's just so small compared to everybody else. But she is as feisty as can be.
She is awesome, really. She really is.
She is so playful, and she'll cuddle, and she's a lovey goat. That's a really blurry picture.
That is a bad picture. Let's do this one.
That's bad.
So, she got a hold of Jenny's hair. That's what's going on right there. She got a hold of Jenny's hair.
And I'm trying to get my hair back out of her mouth as she's trying to eat it.
That's funny. There she is.
She's so sweet.
She is. She's a sweetheart. The kids go down to the barn and just let her. She climbs all over them.
Oh yeah, she uses them like a jungle gym, but right. she bounces and just pops around. So sweet.
Leland, she's a kinder goat. Our goats are kinder goats, which is a male pygmy bred with a female Nubian.
Yeah.
And they're considered a medium-sized goat, although if you ask me, they're, I don't know, a little on the small, medium side.
Yeah.
But really good goats. All of them are really good goats.
They are. They are. We had the one male goat that wasn't doing too good over the winter when we hit that really cold snap.
Coco needs a baby goat therapy.
Yeah, but he's bounced back really good. He actually was out mingling with me. I touched him. I'm like, I've missed my animal so much. And I was all like, hi. I just touched the top of his head.
Jenny hates those boy
goats.
goats.
Boy goats are so stinky, but now it's not so bad. They're not so bad.
Right now, this time they're not. Yeah. So they still got their thing going on.
Yeah, but it's not quite as bad. So I pet him on top of his head, and he's all sniffing me and checking me out. And he stayed with me for quite a while you got the hay bale set up. But
Papa Truck, that's not a bad idea. Goat giveaway. Well, the goat is going away.
I know, but I know she's playful.
Our other male goat that you might have seen in some of the pictures, our Weather, he's being given away to our freezer here very shortly.
I'm gone. I'm not going to be here that day. Now that I can drive again, I'll just leave.
Thanks, Food Forest Permaculture. Everybody in this chat every week is always fantastic.
Yeah.
He just said very cool folks in here.
Oh, okay. I missed like a village. It
really is.
We answer. Everybody answers each other's questions, and yeah, it's a fun time. Most of the time, I just sit there and like scroll back through. You can't always scroll all the way through the chat of what's there and just read through everything, just because it's neat to see even just the side conversations.
I agree. Boy, yeah, wind's kicking, isn't it? Holy cow. Jenny and I are both kind of like... all right. It's 10 o'clock. I know you probably want to get to bed. I got to close the barn down. It does kind of seem like there is something else.
I don't remember what, though.
Me neither. I don't know.
No idea.
Thank you so much, Duckhead Homestead.
It is cold.
It is. No, they're in Michigan.
Yeah, I know.
What's your phone say right now?
It requires taking the glove off. I don't know, but it has most definitely dropped.
I think it definitely has.
It says it's cold.
What's Betsy want?
I don't know.
Betsy's her best friend.
Only 34?
Dropped a degree.
One? Are you kidding me? I'm like over here. Hootenanny. We haven't made a call to the campground yet, mostly because they're not open.
They are.
That makes a difference. But
I'm sure we can still get a hold of them.
Yeah, but we have talked about a couple of dates, and I think we've narrowed it down to one that'll work for us, but we got to put out a little bit of feelers to see if it'll work for a couple people, and then kind of branch out from there. But I've got one more schedule to check to make sure that is going to work.
Hey, Nathan, Mike, Central Michigan, how you doing? We are in Southern Michigan, South Central Michigan, pretty much on the Ohio border. I see that Terry might have had a typo. She says it's 64 in Anderson, South Carolina, and 8 in the house.
I really hope it's not 8 in your house. That's kind of cold. Nunda says I have the cutest pink nose.
She does. Everything about Jenny's cute.
I didn't realize my nose was
lucky.
pink, but it doesn't surprise me because it's...
Oh, it's 80 in her house.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes a little bit more sense.
Uh-oh. Kristin, that's so funny because I told Jenny I was going to contact you and see what we could get going. You can't have too many goats.
Yes, you can.
We've decided we are where we want to be. Now, we obviously want to breed so we can milk them.
Yep.
And also, we'd like to financially make a little money on them. And it would only be a little, but yeah, I've seen some videos of people with too many goats.
Yeah, we're not going to have too many goats here.
Or horses. All right, so...
There's no such thing as too many horses.
Right.
Speaking of horses,
there I went and did it. You can't see my breath on the camera, but you can see my breath.
I guess, yeah. There's a big equine.
Hi, Hickok Homestead.
That's in Ohio.
Good night, Food Forest.
Columbus. In April. And I was talking with Faith about it tonight. She's like, can we go? Can we go? So I might see if for one of the days, maybe either all of us or maybe the girls and I or something drive down and go spend a day of all this horse stuff. And on the brochure I show them.
You and Faith, just you and Faith would have so much fun.
I was like, read what this says. She's like, go buy, or it says sell a horse. Ooh, or buy a horse. and I was just laughing. And she's like, Dad, I want to buy a horse. He goes, I want to sell one. And she goes, no.
Terry, well, I don't have a solid answer for you on pigs. Jenny and I have talked about doing Tamworth and Red Wattle this year.
Yes.
But we also don't know, do we want to do the whole 10 or more and sell them again, or do we want to try and do 3 or 4? Or he asked me to do 20. I'm good to go. She's not.
No. I don't even want to do 10 again. But it's hard because we have customers lined up, and it's like, well, then who do we cut? What's the right way to go about that?
I almost guarantee if we raised 15 pigs next year, without even trying, we would have customers.
And I have no doubt about that. But 10 was a lot. I don't want to do 10 again, but I don't want to tell anybody no either. So it's so hard. So hard.
Good night, Susie. Good night, Grandma. Bandana Grandma's out of here.
That's Susie.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Oh.
I'm slow, but yeah. All right, I'm going to get out of here. My back is killing me on this 5-gallon bucket.
I'm cold. I'm going to go stand by the
Jenny
fire.
needs to go warm up. Princess Sourdough, that's right. That's
right.
me.
That's what Tommy Oliver calls
Let's see if I can do this real quick. Oh, goodness.
What are you doing? Oh, yeah. Oh! You broke it. The pigs flew. Pigs do fly.
Pigs do fly.
Pigs do fly. This whole strand just came off. Just like that.
I'm going to go shut down the barn with this on and see what the goats think about those.
Don't let the baby eat them.
All right. Yeah, good night, Reckless. Hey, Bandana Grandma, thank you so much for donating those mittens. If anybody's interested in donating a prize for these live shows, get a hold of us, and we're good to go on that. So, Pratt Family Homestead at gmail.com. Get a hold of us. It's no spaces, no nothing. Other than that, Jenny's going to take her mitten off and press stop streaming.
Okay, yep, it's go.
Night, guys.
Good night.
Thank you.